as we're seeing here with the World Title Eliminator Tournament, kicking things off, we saw the natural Dustin Rhodes opening the show, and then we saw his brother closing the show. So it was a Rhodes to the top sandwich we got to here at Dynamite.
I like that.
Both great matches, but this one especially, man, I love the opening match slot because you get so much action and nothing is, hindered by any commercials most of the time. But man, did both these guys bring it. The crowd was hot for both guys. They were eating this match up, man.
Yeah.
The chants and the back and forth. And anytime we see Dustin Rhodes in the ring, he just puts on incredible performances, especially at his age. That guy his stamina is very impressive.
It is.
His in-ring work, his the way he talks, and I loved seeing him in the ring, but I loved how he was like getting fired up and he said the MFer, and then Tony Schiavone dropped the F-bomb on live TV as well to kind of rebuttal that as well. But
right
as I saw Bryan Danielson come to the ring, I was like, what happened, man? Did he just get ripped in like 2 weeks or something? I mean, like he was just like, he looked like he was thinned out and he was just jacked, but it was great that what we're seeing out of Bryan Danielson is, and the announcers pointed out, every one of his victories has been with a different finisher. And so we saw that again tonight, a different finisher as well. So we haven't seen, a typical, high spot, the same finisher over and over, which is nothing's wrong with that, but just it's showing the diversity of Bryan Danielson. It's showing the skill level, the technique, and his in-depth pedigree of arsenal that he has, and it's really, really impressive stuff, man, to be able to put on different styles with different finishers to really kind of handpick and what fits the best. So both these guys hit it out of the park, in my opinion, with this match. Really incredible way to start the show and start. Man, what did you think? I mean, it was high energy from the start and very methodical too.
Yeah, and I think some of that when you get a Dustin Rhodes match, man. I mean, I think that he's become so purposeful in the way his matches are played out, and there's a lot of physicality in this match. I mean, I liked that brawler. We're used to seeing Bryan Danielson matches, especially here in AEW, have been the technical showcase. Where especially most recent Bobby Fish, really showcasing his ability to be just outsmart you, out wrestle you. But there were moments when Dustin was kind of like checking that and saying, how smart can you be when you get smacked in the face, when you get punched in the face? A lot of nice blend of power versus technical ability. A blend of like that brawler versus that wrestler. I like that. And it really was the story of this matchup. I also love the Gold Dust callback that we got to see where, he kind of did the corner punches and did the little Gold Dust callback. That was a really cool little moment. And it served its purpose. You talked about this. Bryan Danielson looks absolutely revitalized. He looks like the best version of him that we've seen. Truly physically, he looks incredible. And that, that is something that he touched on in his Roads to the Top promo between him and Eddie Kingston. For those of you who watched the Roads to the Top, putting in the work outside the ring and tapping into your potential, not just letting it be untapped potential. So, this is something that you could tell is going to be a storyline arc for Bryan Danielson, a guy who has really had to fight and scratch and claw just to make sure that he can be in the wrestling world still.
Right.
Doctors and countless people kind of wrote him off and basically said your career is over.
Yeah.
And for him to come back with the way he has, let's allow that to also sink in. Both of these guys were both at some point in time written off for dead in the pro wrestling industry, Dustin and Bryan, and they both have come back and they put on a hell of a start to this show. Really a fiery matchup.